1, 2, 5, 6. Keep the abs pulled in. 9, 10. Switch. 2. Keep the chest up. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Come on. 8, 9, 10. 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 17, 18, 19, 20. 1, 2, good. Come on, man. Keep getting up. 3, 4. Come on, last one. 2. We'll take it. 3. Come on, 2 more. 4, last one. All right, coach, parents, and sprint hurlers, we're taking a look at the full speed warm-up. Now, this is to be performed after the sprint drills. So A skips, A march, side to side, straight legs, rotary, continuous right, continuous left. All right, this is the final preparations for explosive movements. All right, so what we're doing here is we're loading the hips. I call these lunge pistons. All right, so you're in the lunge position. The abs are braced and you're trying to keep the hips from twisting. All right, so the weight is going to want to twist them left or right, and your job is to keep them completely level. So this is loading the hips. All right, this is loading the hips, and this sensation is very important because this is where you generate power from. All right, loading the hips is going to be step number 1. And we're going to extend the hips with hip thrust. All right, we got 20 of these. Flatten the lower back to the ground, press the heels through the ground, and lift the hips up for a set of 20. All right, continuing to warm up. And then from here, we're going to move on to extending through full range of motion. So these are going to be vertical jumps. So now we're loading the hips at the bottom, extending the hips at the top, and we're getting through full range of motion. We're going to do 5 of these. All right, then we move on to something a little more advanced, which is going to be broad jumps, and it's going to be the same thing. Warming the body up to move through full extension before we get into the actual sprint work. All right, so now we have broad jumps. Grass was kind of wet, so we were a little careful not to slip and pull anything or hurt ourselves, but we're still getting the benefits that we need from the work. All right, so we got broad jumps to finish moving through full range of motion, and now we get into the start. So we're going to start off with the falling start, and the idea here is to feel the sensation of gravity. So not to be a perfect sprinter, not to have all these cues. All right, feel the fall and then chase that sensation of falling down the track. Then we'll move on to the standing start, and it's the same thing. Feel that forward lean so that you feel like you're falling as you're moving forward. All right, so that was a good job. Then finally, we move on to 3-point starts, and it's the same thing. Don't get in to try and be this perfect sprinter, but rather feel the fall because we have to set that position. Finally, we move into blocks. Today, Lewis was running repeat 400s, and so we did not do blocks, but the final warm-up here will be moving into blocks. All right, so that is the full speed warm-up, and this will be what we perform every single day before we get into our sprint work. All right, questions, comments, let me know. We will continue on with the Sprint Hurdle System 1299 in the next section. Questions, comments, let me know. Coach Cota signing out. Run faster. Make them chase you.